Hello and welcome to Just One More Watch. Welcome to another dollar Dazzler, another Chinese special from Gearbest.com and another Cadisen. This is the second piece by Cadisen that I've reviewed on the channel, and I've got a third coming up a little later on this month. More expensive but really very nice. The brand seems to be pretty solid, definitely one of the best options on Gearbest. Now the first one I looked at had a Miyota 8215, a good leather strap and sapphire crystal for less than $50. Today's Cadisen, you don't get the sapphire, but you do get a Seiko NH36. That's a hacking and hand winding Seiko movement for less than $50. Quite incredible. Your challenge today, leave me a comment if you can find a cheaper watch featuring that Seiko movement, NH35 or NH36. I will buy it myself and review it on the channel. Good luck with that though, this is the cheapest one that I've come across by a margin. Alright, let's flip the camera and take a look at this Cadisen. So, not one Cadisen box, but two. That's right, I have got two watches to show you today. They do this one in two different colours. They do the all black and silver. They also do a rose gold tone with a mother of pearl dial and this kind of brown faux croc strap. Now I've been wearing the black one. I prefer the black one. I think it's the more versatile of the two colourways, but I'm going to show both today. I'm going to focus on the black one, but I'll show this rose gold one where appropriate. So what are we going to do? Dimensions and specifications to begin with as usual. A rather impressive movement accuracy report, a rather unimpressive loom shot. These dress watches, their Achilles heel, the cheap Chinese specials, seems to be pretty poor loom all around. And then I'm going to get this one off the butterfly clasp leather strap and I'll pop it on a NATO and another couple of options. I think this one's got quite long lugs. I think it suits the NATO strap. I've been wearing it out and about on that black one. Let's get on with it. So we've got a full-sized 41mm diameter today, 22mm on the lugs, tapering down to 20mm at the buckle, and it's a butterfly clasp. I'll show you that a little later on. This one just under 13mm thick and a lug tip to lug tip today of just under 50mm, weighing in on the supplied strap at 77 grams, so just under 80 grams. 316L stainless steel case, but if you look at the Gearbest.com website, it initially advertises this one as having sapphire crystal. If you look a little further down, it says it's mineral crystal. Now I have tested this one, it is mineral crystal, it is not sapphire. So do not expect sapphire crystal today for your $49. You can however expect a really nice piece of domed mineral crystal. Love the way it distorts at the edges there when you're viewing the dial from an angle. You can also expect a variety of different finishes on the case. We've got polished sides, we've got brushed lugs, and we've got a smooth polished bezel there on the outside. We also have applied indices. I'll zoom in for a closer look. And there they are, very nicely applied indices. Romans at the 12 and the 6, everything else just batons. They've kept the dial very clean, just with Cadisen and automatic above the 6 as well. Little beveled edge around the day date window. This, as mentioned, featuring the NH36 movement by Seiko. These movements pretty easy to operate. If you pop the crown out once, you can adjust the day and the date there. Pop it out a second time and you can adjust the time. All very simple. Nice handset as well there. I like the fact that they're semi-skeletonized. A little bit of loom on the edges there, though I'll pop up a loom shot. Not much loom to speak of. That does seem to be a bit of a weakness with these cheaper Chinese watches. The loom isn't great, but it is a dressy piece, so you pretty much expect that. Nice bevel to the hands as well there in the middle, adding a little bit of texture. Nice features in the dial overall. But can it be considered an original design? I'll pop up a picture of the IWC Portofino there on the right. Now this appeared randomly in my Instagram feed, otherwise there would no way that I would have found the Portofino and decided that it looked quite a little bit like the Cadisen, but that's no bad thing, and the chances of encountering someone wearing a Portofino, let's be honest, are pretty limited. So the Seiko movement then, definitely the star of the show today, and on show through a see-through caseback. 3 atmospheres of water resistance. I popped this one on the NATO and took it in the shower with me. It passed the shower test. I wouldn't recommend swimming with this one, but a screw down caseback though should be reasonably secure for lighter duties. And the Seiko NH35, if for some reason you've been hiding under a rock and haven't encountered it, a venerable movement, hacks, hand winds, 21,600 vibrations per hour, 42-hour power reserve, and a stated accuracy of -20 to +40. I'll pop up the accuracy report there. I think this one might be a little bit harsh on the Cadisen. This was when I was still getting used to those boxy winders. Probably more accurate there at -10 towards the bottom. I think the -15 that the average is a little bit harsh on this one, closer to -10, but even then still within the tolerances and a bit of a boon for a watch under 50 bucks. I've reviewed pieces well over $250 featuring this movement, so getting one for less than a 50 is a steal. Now, the straps on the watches at this price point don't tend to be all that auspicious, and this one is no exception. The black one is alright actually. It looks pretty good, kind of faux croc embossed leather. It's got that kind of hard surface on the underside, Cadisen logo, and you know, an acceptable butterfly clasp. I always think though they'd just be better putting on a buckle and tang rather than a butterfly clasp, but there you go. The brown one on the rose gold tone watch looks to be slightly better constructed than the black one, but it is quite stiff and a little more plasticky. Both straps perfectly serviceable though, should last a fair while until it's time for a change. And there it is sitting on top of my 7-inch wrist. As mentioned, it is a full-size watch, 41, wears quite large as well I think. Reminds me an awful lot of the Seiko SNZG, the larger 42mm diameter of their field watch range that I bought and reviewed last year, but that's no bad thing. As I said, those quite long lugs, there's a bit of a gap there between the lug and the case, allow the easy application of NATO straps. So it wouldn't normally be my first instinct to put one of these dressier pieces on a NATO strap, but I think it looks excellent. This is an all black one from Monkey Swag, PVD hardware, and as mentioned, I've had this one in the shower on the NATO strap, so it certainly adds a little bit more versatility than you get with the original leather strap, and I think it looks pretty good. I think you could definitely get away with dressing this one down for the weekend on an appropriately chosen NATO strap. Or toughen it up a little bit with a military style strap. This one a canvas and calf from the Sydney Strap Company. As mentioned, I think the black one's pretty versatile. You can play around with it far more than the rose gold. You'd be looking at keeping brown tones on the rose gold one, whereas you can play around a little bit more with the black one. Or keep it classy with this all black strap by Hirsch, which actually cost more than the watch itself. The black dial features quite a subtle sunburst effect. The white dial one is kind of cream actually, a little off-white, features quite a pleasant, much more noticeable mother of pearl tone as well there, catches the light quite nicely. Both of them do catch the light quite nicely actually, those dials, with the applied indices and the bevel on the middle of the handset. So what am I next then? Well, the strap certainly isn't going to win any awards, and neither is that loom. But for $49, you're getting, I think, a classy looking watch with that NH36 Seiko Day-Day movement. Just an amazing package overall. So there you have it, another value-packed offering from Cadisen and Gearbest.com. I like this watch, a little larger than the previous one. Seiko NH36, really nice piece of domed mineral crystal. Crap loom, but you don't get everything for 50 bucks, do you? Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.